Good morning students, I am Shudipta, your English educator. Today I will tell you about perfect and perfect continuous tense from your book Tune into Grammar of class 8 students. Okay. So today previously I have told you what is simple present or simple continuous tense. So I told you that simple or continuous, simple present is also called present indefinite, and present continuous, present perfect continuous. So each and every tense have its 4 different segments, such as indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. So previously we discussed about simple and continuous. That means it is indefinite and continuous. Now today in this class we will discuss about perfect and perfect continuous tenses. Okay. Now here, if you want to open your book, no problem. If you don't want to open your book, still no problem, because the total book is in front of you. Now you have learned that perfect tenses show that an action has already been completed. Okay. Now study the table. Here is a table in front of you. And the very first column, in this column, it is the name of the tense. And here the middle column shows you the uses of this tense. And the third column means the right hand side column shows you some examples, so that you will understand this whole matter easily. Okay, the first tense is present perfect tense. What is the uses of present perfect tense? Here, to indicate that an action has been completed just now or a little while ago. Suppose you have just come to the class. So now the class starts from 10 a.m. okay, and now is 10:20 or 10:20 now, but you entered the class on 10:05. So now it is 10:20. So you may tell that I have just come now, or I have just come to my class. What is the rules? The rule is, according to the subject, you should use have or has, and you must use the past participle tense of main verb, such as I. If I use I, then according to I we must use have. So the present, the first person singular number, and for first person plural number, that is first person singular number is I and plural number is we. So for I and we must use have. Okay. And then the third portion or the third part of the main verb, that is past participle tense. Now, that is according to the subject, means first person and second person, first person singular plural, second person singular plural, and third person plural. Just for this subjects we must use have, and the third form of verb means past participle. Go, went, gone. Gone is the past participle, or verb 3. It is called verb 3. So here we must use that you came into the class 10 minutes ago. So you may say that, sir, I have come at this class 10 minutes ago. So it is the use of present perfect tense. Here, I have bought a new car. So have, according to the rules, we must use have or has, and buy is the main verb, and bought B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. Bought means it is the past participle tense of the main verb buy. Mrinal has completed his homework. So Mrinal is third person singular number. So according to the third person singular number, we must use has, not have, and the past participle of the main verb, that is complete. So we must use completed his homework here. Okay, now the second point, to express an action whose time is not given and is not defined. He has been the president of the club. He has been the president of the club. To describe a past event which has its effect on the present. We have received a good response from our fans. So we will continue doing what we were doing. So in this sense, okay, so it is the present perfect tense. Now the third point is to talk about a continuing state and not an action. That is, Shuman has been in bed since last night. We have been friends for 10 years. So in this way we can use present perfect tense. Now past perfect, to denote an action that took place before another action, such as when we reached the theater the door had been shut. To denote an action that took place before another action, such as the patient had died before the doctor came. Here the patient died, that is, it is the first action. After that the doctor came there. So if you want to state in a single sentence, so you should tell that the patient had died before the doctor came. So in this way we use past perfect tense. Now the second point is to indicate a past hope or desire that has remained unfulfilled. We use words like hope, expect, think. I had hoped we would get the first prize. So in this way we can use past perfect in our sentences. Now future perfect, we refer to the completion of an action by a certain time in the future, such as we will have submitted our holiday homework by then. So here it was the instance of future perfect tense. Now present perfect continuous, to express an idea, to express an action which began sometime in the past and is still continuing, such as they have been asking us questions about our neighbors. To indicate an action that has already finished, the continuity of the action is emphasized as an explanation, such as mother has been waiting at the clinic all day. She is quite exhausted. So in this way we can use present perfect continuous tense. Now past perfect continuous tense, to express an idea that has been going on in the past, emphasizes recentness or a continuous activity which took place before a particular time in the past. The man had been cheating all his customers until he was caught. So it is the first point. And second point, to express expectations and wishes, just like they had been expecting him to turn up at the last moment. Now future perfect continuous, to show that something will continue until a particular time in the future, such as Argo will have been teaching at the school for 2 years by the time the month ends. So here is the instance of future perfect continuous to show that something will continue until a particular time in the future. So in that case we must use future perfect continuous. So now go to the lesson. Okay, here fill in the blanks with the past perfect or past perfect continuous tense of the verb in the bracket. Here, John was angry because someone had broken his guitar. Okay, now my grandparents had been exercised regularly until last year. So here exercise is the main verb. The employees parked their cars on the road because the parking had flooded with water due to the rain. Here flood is the main verb. We had been invited to the concert because the organizers were our friends. So invite is the main verb. Abby had been composing music until last year. Here compose is the main verb. Last month my mother had bought 2 pairs of shoes for herself. The patients in the emergency room had been waiting for the strike to end so that the doctors would attend to them. We had been knocking on the door for about 2 hours, but there was no answer. By the time I finished cleaning up the house, the pigeons had made a mess in the balcony. My laptop had been affected by a virus and needed to be replaced. So now rewrite these sentences using the tense in the brackets. Make other necessary changes. So here is the first here's the first question. The question was, what is the question? By the time we reached the school, the teacher was distributing the question papers. So you have to rewrite it past perfect tense. Okay, so go to the main page. I'll write here. Okay, so it would be, by the time we reached the school, the teacher had distributed. Okay, reach the school, the teacher has distributed. The teacher had. Okay, it would be had distributed in the place of was. Had. Okay, had distributed. Okay, now the girl had been singing since she was 6 years old. So what would be the answer? The girl had been singing since she was 6 years old. The girl has been. It would be has been. Now next, 3. The television actor who is our chief guest is a parlor figure. So what would be the answer? The television actor who is our chief guest has been. Who is our chief guest has been a popular figure. Now the next. The young man read the poem that I wrote. The young man read the poem that I had written. The young man read the poem that I had written. In the place of wrote, I had written. Okay, it is the answer. Now, fifth is we book the conference room on Mondays for the meeting. So here we have booked the conference room. We have booked the conference room. We have booked the conference room on Mondays for the meeting. We have booked, okay? Okay, so here will be we have booked. We have booked. We have booked the conference room on Mondays for the meeting. Now, six is Miss Berman was asking the students to submit their assignments. Okay, so here will be Mrs. Berman had been asking the students to submit their assignments. Had been asking, A-S-K-I-N-G. Now 7 is we were moving from one house to another so frequently that we decided to buy one for our own. So here will be we have moved from one house to another so frequently that we have decided. So here we have decided. Sorry, we have moved. Here will be we have decided, and we have moved. Okay, now I was asking to hand over my project before the deadline. So here I had been asked. It would be I had been asked. I had been asked to hand over my project before the deadline. Okay, now next. Priyanka should not speak to me about Rahul's personal matter. So here would be Priyanka should not have spoken to me. Priyanka should not have spoken. Okay? Should not have spoken to me about Rahul's personal matter. Now 10. Arun has learned to play the drums. Arun has learned to play the drums. So it would be Arun has been learning to play the drums. Arun has been learning to play the drums. Okay, now join the sentences using the past perfect tense. B. Okay students, I will do one thing from B onward. B and D. Okay, I'll make a PDF and I'll send to you. Okay, so B, the D is, look at the picture, make up a short story. You have to make a story about this picture. Okay, so there should not be any answer from my side. You have to decide which type of story you want to make depending upon this picture. Rest of the portion I will give you the answer. So from B onward, B and D, I'll give the answer through making a PDF to you. Okay, so make sure that all those answers will be with you. So after that you just read and just go through very properly, so that in the time of examination no problem will be arisen. So it is all for now students. I think it would be very helpful to you. If you still have any query, any question, any doubt regarding this chapter, please feel free to send SMS in the time of your scheduled class. In that time I will be available with you. So I think all the questions, all the problems may be solved. So till then, bye bye, stay tuned with us and keep safe yourself, stay at home, read or focus your study very well. Till then, bye bye, have a good day.